But damn, what up, YouTube? How's everybody doing this Thursday afternoon? It's your man, Big D, and welcome back to my channel. Man, if you can see the title of the algorithm, man, you guys know who we're talking about. People, one of the iconic, entertaining night shows, day shows, whatever you want to call it. Celebrities of the last couple of decades, man. What's up, Randy? How you doing? And I'm sorry to inform you, if you guys don't know already, man, Jerry Springer has passed away, man. And when I caught the glimpse and I heard the news, I was tripping out, right? Because you got to understand, man, Jerry Springer, was crazy. He was in a lot of households and so forth. Yeah, rest in peace, Jerry Springer. And just like every other talk show host and so forth, man, this guy was the real deal, man. I remember, just being young and just doing his thing. What's up, Vanessa? How you doing? Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to hit that like button and share and subscribe and share everything else. You guys know what you guys are doing. But I'm telling you, man, it was just crazy. So me growing up in the '90s, right? I thought Jerry Springer was like Benny Hill and so forth because he came out. Big Left T, what's up, big dog? Thanks for tapping in. He was on everybody's household, man. He started off, as he tried to, Jerry Springer came out and he was involved with a lot of, growing up, he participated in, had a lot of job careers and so forth, man. I think he was one of the legendary talk show hosts, raised in Queens, New York. From my understanding, his parents were the survivors of the Holocaust and so forth, of World War II. And, grew up in Queens, man, in New York, man, and just, made it, started out, he was, Jerry Springer's known for several things, to tell you the truth. He was an actor, he was a journalist, he was a producer, he was a lawyer. A lot of people don't even know that Jerry Springer was a lawyer. He was a politician. I couldn't even believe that. And he was a great broadcaster, man. So, going into the 90s, man, Jerry Springer hit off a lot of notes already, man. That was just pretty crazy. Being a Cincinnati, a mayor in Cincinnati, I thought that was pretty crazy too, man. But I heard he did some crazy things. He had some things following up, with prostitution and so forth, man. But you didn't hear that from me. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. Everybody knows, when he came out, the show started getting, into depth at whatever producers and which angle he wanted to go, and started making some trippy episodes, man. At first, I remember, I think his first episode was like with the family reunion. And then after, it grew to one of the best, shows and there was in the '90s, man. And it went universal, right? And following behind, Married with Children. I mean, there was just so many great shows back in the '90s, man. And Jerry Springer was one of the best talk shows that I, like to chill, man. Like I said, it was universal. It went from kind of like a family orientated show, and then it started getting, into some personal business show. And then after, next thing you know, it was Wild and Out show, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Jerry started getting, strippers, and his show was just pretty crazy, man. And I thought, that was pretty cool, bro. And I mean, people, I love Jerry Springer, and this is the crazy part too that amazed me about him. Jerry Springer was born February 13, I guess, like in the 40s, right? 1944, 1943. I can't even remember. And February 13 is the day that my wife was born, to tell you the truth, the day before Valentine's. And if that ain't crazy, I don't know what is. But I remember, like I said, man, in the '90s, coming back and you flip a channel. It was always in KCAL. If you guys remember, it was always on Channel 9 that I remember. I don't know if you guys, wherever you guys were in Southern California at that time. And the shows were pretty crazy, man, and pretty epic. And once again, like I said, man, they were wilding out, man. So, I mean, he had those. I mean, what are your best memories of Jerry Springer? You guys tell me. What are your best memories? I mean, what are your memories when you guys saw the Jerry Springer show there? I mean, they were just crazy, right? I mean, he would have he'll have stripper contests, and then he would have, couples come in there, and the girls wrestling in the cello. I mean, it was just crazy. It was a crazy show. And Keisha, hey, thanks for tapping in, Keisha. Appreciate your support. How you doing? And it was just amazing. It was just like almost like a rated X show, right? I mean, you guys tell me. I mean, this show was pretty crazy, man. Where just you couldn't get enough of it. Where people, I remember, even I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real. My family members would come out and we would just, wait for the show and be like, hey, what's the next topic? And you wouldn't even think that Jerry Springer was that type of person, you know what I'm saying? Because he was always casual. He had that charisma. He was always professional. Some of those shows, it seemed like it was fiction. It really didn't seem like it was real. And pretty good. Been sick, just chilling. Oh, I hope you get better. What's up, Drunken Chef? Thanks for tapping in, man. Appreciate you. And like I said, man, it was pretty crazy. So, it went from a diverse channel. That's right. And then after it just started, his channel just started just getting crazy, where it was just like, man, there's certain things you wouldn't even let your children watch, right? But there's been channels and TV shows like that for the longest time. I remember Benny Hill. If you guys remember Benny Hill in the 70s, when I was growing up, I was a little kid in the 80s. My grandfather, he was a little, he was a little pervert, I guess. My grandfather used to watch Benny Hill, and we would come out, and like I said, there was episodes that were there, and I was very intrigued by it, man. I was just like, man, this is pretty cool. Taking it way back, yeah. So he kind of like went off of that kind of like chain and so forth. Huh? What white bag? I don't know. You got to look for it. And I thought that was pretty. Forget Benny, Benny brother. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty crazy. So, like I said, man, there was a lot of show. I think even Jerry Springer's show was in the nighttime too, in the evenings, if I'm correct. And I was just like, and then now, like in the year 2020s, man, they show a lot of his channels. There are a lot of repeat. I can't forget Benny, brother. That's right, Benny Hill. It was pretty crazy. So, I just want to say, I want to pay my respects, send my condolence to the Jerry Springer channel. People and their family. I know he was a very successful man. I know he's well respected. Like I said, Jerry Springer just didn't do, the Jerry Springer show. I think that was probably his most successful, when it came to broadcasting and doing what he did. But like I said, there was a lot of accomplishments that he's done. He's been in journalism. Like I said, he was even an actor, right? He came in a couple movies or TV series, or he made his appearances. He was a lawyer. I think the last thing that he was trying to do, right? I even said Judge Jerry Springer. When I heard that one, I was like, what the hell? Jerry Springer was a judge? He was a judge. I couldn't believe that he was a politician. I didn't think he would get into, anything that had to do with politics. Well, it was amazing. And, the broadcasting, that's all I knew him for. I think a lot of us, that's pretty much what we knew Jerry Springer, what he was when he grew up. And when we grew up, or when we first saw his appearance, unless you were following him or grew up with him, then you knew what Jerry Springer and where his background and everything that he came from. I didn't. I just remember him broadcasting and being, hey, the TV show host. This is the Jerry Springer. And today there were just so many episodes that I just couldn't recall, and just, it was crazy. Now, another thing about Jerry Springer, everybody knows the old good saying, right? When his show started off, man, right? I remember everybody, the chat, right? Came out strong, right? Once it started, Jerry, 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 Jerry. You get your pump on, man. He was just like all into that, just like it was crazy. And I know he was well respected, man. A lot of people wanted to go to his shows. There were so many people in their appearances, and man, it was just crazy, man. Jerry Springer was just crazy. So it took me way back. Like I said, it was a 90s thing, once again, and I was a 90s guy, man, and I remember, one way or another, I was able to see a gang of Jerry Springer episodes. They were entertaining. Like I said, what were your best memories of Jerry Springer? What do you think about Jerry Springer? When you hear Jerry Springer's name, what do you think, right? The first thing you think of is the Jerry Springer show. The first thing you hear and you could recollect is when the cheering, right? The chat, Jerry, Jerry. It was crazy, man. There was women that are out there. They wanted their Jerry beads. What did they used to do with the Jerry beads, right? The ladies had to take off, and show a little bit of some, and you got your Jerry beads, man. It just started becoming a crazy TV show. What's up, Joker? Thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you all, guys. Drunken Chef says saludos. Vanessa's in here. You got Keisha's in here. You got Big Left T's here. The family, the real ones are in here right now. And I appreciate you guys, joining me on this Thursday afternoon. And hope you guys are having a blessed one, to tell you the truth. But like I said, when I saw, I listened to the news and I get pop-ups and stuff. I always want to be, tapped in what's going on, what's with society and government and, entertainment, sports and all that good stuff, right? And I found out Jerry Springer died at 79 years old, man. I was just like, wow. Now, Jerry Springer, to live 79 years old, I think that's pretty cool, man, because, I could honestly say that, he had a good life, man, for the most part. Like I said, I heard a long time ago. I don't know. He paid some money for a prostitution. I don't know how real it is. Don't quote me on that. But hey, if you guys want to go fact check and research it, hey, nobody's perfect, man. Right? We all make mistakes, man. And then especially when Jerry Springer, dabbed into that kind of entertainment, who knows what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think this was before he even started the Jerry Springer show, to tell you the truth. I think this was when he was in government or politician that he got into some trouble, whatever he was doing. But like I said, man, you got to go check him out. But one of the, like I said, one of the famous thing about Jerry Springer was the chat, right? The yell out, the scream, the holla. Once that show started, Jerry, 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 Jerry. You knew that you were gonna get into some kind of crazy show, man. You knew that show was gonna take you. And it talked a lot about truth and about how relationships were and how the household, whether your community, your city, your family, or how you saw things on a daily life, man. To tell you the truth, a lot of times I ain't gonna say that I never hardly experienced some of the stuff that was on there, or but other you heard or knew somebody who was going through those kind of things, right? Oh, I mean, I just cheated on you, oh, I'm pregnant by your brother, or what I'm saying, I tripped out on the one where he goes, oh, you think I'm a woman, I'm a man, or some of the wrestling ones, right, in the mud, or how Randy said it, what I mean? They put the whipped cream in the pool and they're wrestling, the strip pole contest, right? I mean, he was universal, man. He didn't miss anything from Jerry Springer. You got everything and anything on almost on a daily activity, man, right? I slept with your brother, I slept with your sister, I slept with your mom. It started just gradually going to a crazy scene where it's just like, what kind of show is this, man? This is rated freaking PG, what I mean? Now it's rated freaking 13 and all that. You have to cover your kids. You were telling your kids, yeah, you couldn't watch this show, man. Don't tap into this. This show was pretty crazy. My son showed me on his South Chef. I didn't know, been very busy all day. Okay, that's coming from Keisha. Cuba Big Lefty, something from Joker. I'm just reading some of the comments. Tell your wife, hi, Big D. Okay, cool. She's working right now. Drunken shit. When I hear about Jerry passing, I thought of all my close ones around the same age, right? That's what I'm saying, on Joker says, Jerry, rest in peace. Keisha said, still kind of young. He's still kind of young. 79 years old. Yeah, okay. He still was kind of young. I agree with that. Saludos, Big D. Yeah, coming from Joker. I got you, my boy. Thank you. Drunken shit. No, I don't remember. No, I don't remember. Let me see, Keisha. Dang, chef, remember he saw. That's crazy. But you guys know what I'm saying, man. Vanessa, a whole lot of sleeping going on. Yeah, so like it started off very, conservative and private, and then he just went wild out, man. It just took off from there. And that's, came along with all these other like TV shows that came out around that time too, right? I'm gonna go back way back, like Ricky Lake. I forgot. Maury Povich is still around, right? Even Maury Povich was doing conservative shows and stuff like that. Then he came on and started knowing his show, and like, about oh, you are the father, and this and that. All these shows where Ricky, like I said, was it Ricky Lake? And there was another one, the young Gabacha lady with short hair. I forgot what her name was. And like I said, there was a lot of the little people fighting. Oh yeah, the little people boxing. That's right, Big Lefty. There was just so much thing that Jerry Springer did, man, and he entertained us. You know what I'm saying? And coming, entertain the household, man. Where it's just some of the people just want to see stuff like that. To tell you the truth, because there's real stuff that's happening like that. No matter whether we want to deny it or we don't want to say it. I mean, look at how long he lasted. People from 1991, 2001, 2000. Like he's a 20-year like veteran. And like I said, he just didn't do. I think his most successful thing when he came out and did the Jerry Springer show, right? But I think everything else that coming out and what he dabbed into, you would be surprised how much of a professional, smart man that Jerry Springer was. Allen didn't come out to like recently. Geraldo was back then. It was Ricky Lake and the other one, something Jones. I forgot her name, right? And then it was Jerry Springer, and then after it was I forgot. I think there was one more show. Then Maury Povich came behind it, and then you got Montel Williams was on the around in the late '90s, I believe, early late '90s, maybe the 2000s, and so forth. Wow, his net worth was a $60 million worth. I believe it. I believe that if that's true, and I believe that his net was probably he was worth like $60 million. I mean he just dabbed in so much that he was a very successful gentleman, and he was very professional too. Now, like I said, I want to know your guys' best, or what was your best memory of Jerry Springer? You know what I'm saying? If you guys could recall a show or an episode, let me know, man. Because there was so many of them. Like Big Left T just mentioned the little people fighting. Randy Jean just said, hey, the pool fighting, right, with whipped cream. So I remember the pole dancing, and I remember the one where the man supposedly slept with a woman, but he identified himself as a man. So, there was some punching and socking really going on and that stuff. So, then there was some ones that were really sincere. Jenny Jones, there you go. Drunken Chef, gracias. I knew I had it, Jen Jones. I mean, it was around that time period. And out of all of them, if you think about it, Jerry Springer is the one that kept on moving forward. There was no more Jenny Jones. There was no more Ricky Lake. I mean, not even Oprah. I mean, Oprah was from the 80s, I believe, right? And her show didn't even last that long, but she made her money already. Jenny is 76. Wow. Okay, so Jerry Springer was a little older, to tell you the truth. And like I said, and I saw a little clip on the YouTube shorts, and I seen some people. There were a lot of people were his professional people, like talk show hosts and so where they were sending their condolences, like, man, I remember Jerry doing this, I remember doing Jerry Springer doing that, and it was just crazy, man. But if you didn't grow up with Jerry Springer, and if you were not laughing or tripping out in his episodes, man, then you don't know what television is, to tell you the show, man. Because there's never gonna be another Jerry Springer. There's never gonna be another freaking Benny Hill. There's never gonna be like. There's just so many people, man. Carol Burnett and so forth, man. I mean, television and TV shows. They're entertaining, to tell you the truth, man. And they're in our homes, to tell you, and we're raised by these, some of these shows and so forth, man. So it's pretty sad that like I said, even though I'm pretty sure he died. I don't know how he died. I didn't dive into that much information. I was just hearing on the radio on lunchtime and in break, and people were sending talking about their memories of Jerry Springer, to tell you the truth. And so that's why I tell you guys, when you hear about Jerry Springer, what's the first thing you hear of, or what's the first thing you think of besides or the Jerry Springer show? What do you think of, man? What episode? What really? Okay, Drunken Chef, he died of cancer. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, that's amazing, man. That's crazy. Cancer kills, man. So cancer sucks, man. Pancreatic cancer, man. Wow, that's crazy, man. And it reminds me of Alec Trebek, right? Alec Trebek was around a long time too, and he died of cancer too. So eventually, man, it's just life, people, man. We end up getting old, and somehow, in a sad way, we accumulate. I always pray and I tell God, please, man, I don't want to die in pain or suffering. I just want to die, slowly in peace, man. But it's not how we want it. I ain't gonna say that's the way God wants. That's just the way life is. We all have cancer in our body, and God forbid it grows, and so forth, man. So I could see Jerry Springer dying of pancreatic cancer. I don't know if he had treatment on there. Like I said, he had a show coming out. He was coming out as a lawyer. So hey, it is what it is, and he's not here with us no more, man. This legendary talk show host, best known for the Jerry Springer Show, is not with us anymore today. Was his last day, and it was I think he passed away today, right? And like I said, that's one of the biggest news of the TV show host. And when I start thinking about Jerry Springer, I started going back and reflecting to when I was my younger days. At that time, I was in my young teens, going into my late 20s. I mean, early 20s. So at that time, I was just doing my stuff, man. I was out in the streets, gang banging. I was just out there, man, running like a muck. And sometimes when I would get some R&R, I go back, to certain places where where they, my family members, where they welcomed me, and I go out there and chill out, wash up and wash my clothes, get ready for just for a couple of days, and go back into the streets again. But during that time, I remember sitting down, man, and my aunts and my cousins, we all get together, and hey, the Jerry Springer starts at 4 o'clock. Hey, the Jerry Springer's on tonight. Hey, the Jerry Springer, and we will sit down and relax, and we talk about it, and then we would dab in, and the Jerry Springer Show will come on, and we would trip out. And what's up, Wes Carson TV, man? Thanks for tapping in, brother. And it just went on from there. Then I grew up with Jerry Springer, and I think a lot of us did, to tell you the truth. And Today is a sad day, but I think Jerry Springer lived his life to the fullest, to tell the truth, besides, cancer killing him, man. And like I said, it was a trip, man. So, just remember your best days, or, remember your episode where, where Jerry Springer, first he caught a glimpse and he said, wow, this show is pretty wild and out. And then after, and go from there. My brother passed away of pancreatic cancer. Oh, man. We both were doing treatment at the same time. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Joker. I know you were in the hospital for a while, man. So I send my condolence, and I'm glad that you're able to stay here and be with us continuously, man. So I will continue to pray for you, brother. It's a blessing, man. Just share you out, Dean. All right. Appreciate you, brother. Gracias, man. Appreciate you. But like I said, man, nothing lasts forever, man. We gotta just just remember those, man. Growing up is part of my, like I said, it's part of my life. Jerry Springer was, what I'm saying, he was part of my home. And I'm gonna say that he was I didn't like his style, man, because hey, he was very generous and very respectful, and even though he had a wild and out show, he knew how to present himself, right? Some things were pretty crazy, because there was a lot I said, like, oh, my brother slept with this, and then the fights, right? I mean, that was a crazy thing too, man. Your Jerry Beads was one of them, right? Like I said earlier, man, everybody loved and respected the Jerry Beads. Came out, the women came out on there and they didn't show it, but everybody wanted to see it. Strange days. Thanks for tapping in. And Jerry Springer would throw his beads out there, man. So when you went to that type of environment, you're gonna tell me not that the guys, especially the guys, you wanted to go there and you wanted to see, some action, man. And the women are with it. That's why I'm saying the Jerry Springer show is just wow. It turned out to be wild and out. And it was pretty crazy, man, because it was a show that, hey, man, you get to see some nudity in this show. You get to see some fights, you get to see some, some pool wrestling, some. It was just crazy. It was some funny things that were going on too, right? You had some heavy, big people that were on there. They would do their dancing, and the pole dancings. Who remembers the pole dancings, right? It would be funny. It was very entertaining. Jerry Springer show was very entertaining, man. It was a trip, and like I said, man, and it's just sad to know that nothing, like I said, right now, nothing really lasts forever. So, you know, uh, um, it's just, it is what it is, man. And it's gonna, I just felt like I said, man, let's just send our prayers to his family and send our condolence to, the Jerry Springer, the Springer family, man. I don't know if I'm pretty sure he had children. I think he was divorced, to tell you the truth. I really don't know I didn't get his whole biography and all that. I just knew the reason why I know his date, because he was born in the same date my wife's born, February 13, a day before Valentine's, to tell you the truth, but 1940 something, or 43, 44, 45, 46, who knows? But I know he was born in the 40s, man. So it's like I said, man. I tapped in. I found out through one of the shows I was hearing, the radio shows. I was driving, and I was driving, and all right, drunken chef, man, I got you. Tomorrow, I'll give you a llamada. I texted you yesterday, and I'll tap into you, man, tomorrow, so we could hook up on Saturday, man. And so moving forward, like I said, Jerry Springer was pretty cool. You guys just remember the days that you guys saw what's the best episode, man, and just say your prayers, and to the family and so forth, man. But it's a sad day in entertainment, to tell you the truth. But I'm pretty sure, if Jerry Springer, wanted to be, he wouldn't change anything. He would have did it the same way, to tell you the truth. I think he was very successful, and I think he's best known for his broadcasting and having the Jerry Springer show. So, the way it is in television, they'll continue to be, Jerry Springer shows. He's legendary. He's one of the most guys who kept the show around, and they keep on, showing his episodes, to tell you the truth. So it's a sad day, America. It's a sad day for TV broadcasting. It's a sad day for, show business and entertainment and so forth. And whatever Jerry Springer, and for all the people that knew him, and if he was in your family home and you guys grew up with Jerry Springer, man, you know the way it is, man. Jerry, 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 Jerry. And they were pretty crazy, man, from getting your Jerry beads. And then after, I'm going to leave it like this, man, all right? I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I just came out here just to, talk about little Jerry Springer. Was always the Jerry thoughts, right? The Jerry thoughts, after, in the conclusion, having his whole show and so forth, whatever the topic or the episode was all about, he will always come and talk about the Jerry Springer, his thoughts, right? The Jerry thoughts. So I would want to say, for Jerry Springer, man, I appreciate you, Jerry Springer. Thank you. You were part of my young life. I know I don't do this to a lot of stuff about, other entertainment people. He didn't know a damn thing about me, but I knew somewhat of Jerry Springer, and he was very entertaining, and he was pretty funny, man. And the show was pretty crazy. So, you know, give give a big thought about that. What's for supper, Big D? You guys want to know what's for supper? Strange days. It's for Jerry Springer, baby. Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. A bacon avocado burger, man. Mmm. I'd rather have Cali Summer over AZ Summer. That's right, brother. That's right. But yeah, man. So Jerry's last words, right? Jerry's final thoughts, man. He was a great man. He was a professional. He treated all his people with respect. Ari Marin, that's right. He treated all his people with respect. His shows were very entertaining. And I know a lot of us who grew up in the 90s, man, that was part of our lives, man. No matter what you guys were doing at that time or whatever. I mean, even the county jail, I remember they had an episode of Jerry Springer in there, man. And everybody, will get together, man. There was no violence, nothing was popping off. Everybody just wanted to kick back and see the Jerry Springer show, man. So with that being said, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. You guys have a beautiful Thursday. I appreciate you guys coming on. Make sure you guys like, subscribe if you haven't already, man, and share my channel. I appreciate you, Junkin Chef, Vanessa, Strange Days, Ana Marim. I mean, all you people who came in here, Randy, and I can't forget, the homie Joker, Big Left T, all you guys who came on and support me, man. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are my real ones. I really highly respect you guys, and I appreciate you guys, man. So I just want to make sure. Thanks, Big D, for hanging. No problem, man. Like I said, I don't want to take up too much time. I've been real busy, guys. Big D got a new assignment. I had a transition. I got a new job. So I'm doing a little bit different things now. So, more money, a little bit more job security than where I was at. There was a change in my job. They wanted me to, drive another freaking in traffic, another hour, 2 hours in traffic. I didn't want to do that. So now, I finally, I dug in and, found me something a lot closer than where I'm at. So shout out to the Lakers, man. Shout out to the Los Angeles Kings. Shout out to the Dodgers. Shout out to all my people out there, who are out there keeping it real. Thanks for tapping in. I appreciate and highly respect you guys. But hey, if anything, man, let's just remember Jerry Springer tonight. I'm pretty sure a lot of other, YouTube channels are going to come out and they're going to talk about, Jerry Springer and so forth. And I haven't seen one yet. I just heard it on the radio. It was a big, shocker to everybody for a lot of people. And it is what it is, man. So you guys stay cool, stay blessed. I thank you guys. Thank you. You guys are my real ones. Make sure you guys keep it real at all times. Do the best you can. And with that being said, now I'm going to do it with the left hand. Bah! Big D. I'm out. God bless.